الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على نبينا ورسولنا وقدوتنا سيدنا محمد النبي الأمي وعلى آله وصحبه ومن اهتدى بهديه إلى يوم الدين ثم أما بعد. The Prophet ﷺ is reported to have stated, من لم يرحم صغيرنا ويوقر كبيرنا فليس منا. The Prophet ﷺ is reported to have stated, he who does not have mercy upon our children or on our young and does not respect those of the older generation, then is not from us. And this is a very important concept today, especially in a society which sometimes places utmost importance on the economic value that one may bring and doesn't look to the volume of experience that one, as they grow older, and as perhaps they seek to have less economic impact on a society, but yet that volume of experience and that volume of wisdom that naturally accompanies growing older, especially when one reaches into their senior age, is something that's quite important. And the Prophet ﷺ in other narrations is reported to have stated that one who reaches age where their hair begins to gray or begins to go white, that's a sign from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and should be respected. So if one grows into this old age and they still remain Muslim and they are practicing, then that's something to be respected. And this is especially true when one is dealing with one's older relatives, especially one's parents. And our ulama, they say that looking at the face of a parent, a mother or a father, is a type of ibadah. It's a type of devotional act. You can grow closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala merely by looking at the face of your father or looking at the face of your mother. And so we live in a society that sometimes teaches us to question authority, to not give much respect to older people, that often has no real plan for benefiting from the wisdom and from the volume of experience of older people. And it's unfortunate that oftentimes many of our senior citizens, our older people, they wind up alone and perhaps even destitute in their last days, perhaps even staying in these type of retirement homes or these nursing homes with few or if any family members ever to visit them. And it's a very sad existence and it's a very sad ending. Islam teaches us to do quite the opposite, right? Islam says that we should never even say an unkind word to our parents. وَلَا تَكُنْ لَهُمَا أُفٍّ وَلَا تَنْهَرْهُمَا. Never even say uff. When uff, and to the Arabs, is merely a way of stating your displeasure at something, right? It's not exactly a type of severe disparaging, but it's merely to show displeasure, to say uff. And even that should not be shown to our parents and to our elders and to those who have rights upon us as older members of our society. Let alone to do something beyond saying uff, to disparage them, to show little patience with them, even to, and unfortunately in some places even to strike them or be physically violent with them. All of these things are enormous sins for Muslims, and they should be utterly avoided. And parents should be shown the utmost respect. And the Quran acknowledges that as people grow older, then they might become more difficult to deal with. Their mental state, their emotional states might be affected. But even despite this, even despite maybe more difficult circumstances in dealing with one's parents and dealing with older members of the community, we should have a spirit of what we call ihtimal, spirit of tolerance, spirit of compassion. And that means to absorb, any type of abuse that you may deem or construe that comes your way, but nonetheless to pardon people, to be nice to people, to give them space. And this was the character of the Prophet ﷺ. He never had any type of abusive language. He never maligned anyone. He never disrespected either the young or the old. He even treated the young oftentimes as adults and gave them the feeling that they were active and vibrant members of the community and didn't merely dismiss them because they were children or merely dismiss them because they were older members of the community. So to show compassion for all, to show especially respect for older members of our community, and to show mercy upon the younger members of our community are all part of the prophetic inheritance, al-irth al-nabawi, that we must avail ourselves in order to lead lives of happiness and to lead lives of success and to lead lives of compassion. وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وصحبه أجمعين.